Hammond, Louisiana, 2003. As the warm days of summer gave way to fall, there was something different in the air. Each Saturday, people from near and far began a migration to the campus of Southeastern Louisiana University to renew old traditions as well as begin new ones. They shared a new spirit, a sense of anticipation, a feeling of pride, and the awakening of old passions lay dormant for almost 20 years. For this fall was the fulfillment of a dream shared by so many. This year, and as if the clock were magically turned back 18 years, football was indeed back. In a bold move that caught the football world by surprise and delighted Southeastern football fans everywhere, the university hired Hal Mumme as their new head coach. Coach Mumme, the former head coach of the University of Kentucky and considered one of the great offensive minds in all of football, eagerly accepted the challenge of coaching the fledgling program. One of the great innovators of the modern passing game, his air raid offense has become the prototype for modern offenses across the nation. In Hal Mumme, Southeastern had a coach that gave instant credibility to the startup program. One of the first moves that Coach Mumme made was hiring Woody Widenhofer, the former head coach of Vanderbilt University, as his defensive coordinator. Coach Woody, as he is known, had gained worldwide acclaim as the architect of the famed steel curtain defense of the four-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. Considered a great teacher, innovator, and defensive genius, Coach Woody has left his mark in the football world at every coaching level. For a startup program, the hiring of two such respected and talented coaches was unprecedented. For Lion fans and players alike, the hiring of Hal Mumme left little doubt as to what kind of offense to expect. In less than a year, Coach Mumme took a group of walk-ons, cast-offs, and freshman athletes and molded them into a formidable offensive machine that could strike from anywhere on a football field. Behind the arm of freshman quarterback Martin Hankins, almost every career Southeastern passing record was demolished by mid-season. Southeastern's passing attack was relentless. At times, the football seemed to be flying everywhere, and the sheer number of touchdowns was staggering.
It's a fun offense. It's an offense where everybody that handles the ball gets involved, and we play a lot of guys. We had over 7 receivers catch over 30 passes this year. We had a running back rush for 700 yards, and so you know it's an offense that's really adaptable to a lot of different styles of guys' ability.
Complementing the blitzkrieg air attack was a strong running game which served to throw opposing teams off balance and take pressure off quarterback Martin Hankins. While the running attack was racking up impressive numbers, it was the passing game that drew national attention. By season's end, quarterback Martin Hankins had set 6 NCAA passing records, including most attempts, completions, touchdowns, and yardage gained by a freshman at any NCAA school. Incredibly, Hankins threw scoring passes to 11 different receivers.
Well, you know, this is a great offense to play in, and you know, it's an explosive offense, and that's what makes it so fun when you can get the ball in the receiver's hands and running back's hands and just let them make the plays, and it's a fun offense.
And while the offense was setting and shattering numerous NCAA records, Coach Widenhofer was building a defense that grew more potent as the season wore on. Brett Beard, one of only 3 seniors on the team, along with linebackers Marvin Jones and Rudy Johnson, became the backbone of a hard-nosed defense that improved steadily over the year. In the final 5 games of the season, the defense was stifling, allowing a mere 200 yards of total offense per game, and the squad ravaged opposing quarterbacks, averaging over 3 sacks per game.
I wish the season was really starting right now because we started getting better and better throughout the season, and by the end of the season we were playing my kind of football, which is very aggressive and solid, good defense.
Coach Wood is probably the best defense coordinator out there. I mean, as you know, he won 4 Super Bowl rings. He keeps me motivated. I mean, he knows what it takes to win championships. He's a great coach and he knows how to make great players. It's an honor for me to play for him.
When he got hired by Coach Mumme, there was just something inside me. It was like, you go to Southeastern. And that was before I even saw the place. And, I came down, heard his voice on the phone, and like it was 5 years ago, he sold me on it again.
I think we're building something really special here. I say that because there's several levels that, first of all, I think the fan support's tremendous. We had over 125% capacity of the stadium. We had people out here, bodies painted green, spelling Southeastern Lions sitting in the end zone. A lot of student support, lots of tailgating before the games. We did the wave at nearly every game, and just really a lot of fun to be at a Saturday night or a Saturday afternoon here in Strawberry Stadium. So that's the number one reason I think it's really going to be a special place for somebody to play football.
In 2003, Southeastern won 5 of the 6 games played in Strawberry Stadium and finished the year with the 3rd winningest season for a startup program in NCAA football history. But more than winning on the field, the 2003 Lions filled an 18-year-old void and brought joy and pride back to Lion fans everywhere. Yes, in 2003, the pride was back, and this is only the beginning.
Everybody has a chance around here because, I came here, I wasn't recruited out of high school or anything. They had a meeting and myself and 400 other guys showed up to walk on to this team, and I walked on and I thought I could play a role here and play a part, and I ended up having 50 catches this season, and I think that's pretty good.
Well, you'd be crazy not to come here when you got Coach Woody on the defense. He had the steel curtain defense at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you got Coach Mummy, who's coached Tim Couch and some of the best quarterbacks in the nation, and I just think you'd be crazy if you're a skill player not to come here.
Well, one thing I think about, our team is that we're still a team in transition. We're still building, and so there's a lot of opportunity to play here. We have a lot of young players coming back, but there's a lot of places where we're going to try and fill in better athletes, and so I think it's really a place that's got a future for somebody that wants to play fast. If you want to come on the field and come to a place and get on the field right now, then this is a good place to look at.